First, we have the privilege of introducing.
It is now my honor to welcome the newest member of the Tampa Bay Rays Hall of Fame. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome home your third baseman, number 3, Evan Longoria.
Show the baseball world.
He was incredibly focused. He carried himself like a veteran, took professional at-bats, played outstanding defense, was talented, and was hungry and ready. And Evan proved to be teammates and coaches reflect on the player, the leader.
It is now my honor to welcome to the podium the newest member of the Tampa Bay Rays Hall of Fame, Evan Longoria.
You know, just over a month ago marks the 20th anniversary of the day that I was drafted by the Rays. It's amazing how fast time goes. It's amazing how some memories stay so vivid in your mind after all these years too. We had a draft party at my buddy Adam's house. It was really early in the morning, and everyone was sitting around and watching TV and just waiting for my name to be called. I knew it'd be the Rays, and I was excited to start my journey in professional baseball. And as I learned more, excited to be coming to an organization that was in need of a spark. When I was called up in 2008, the Rays had never won more than 70 games. We never sniffed the postseason. We were never mentioned in the same conversation as the Yankees and the Red Sox. And as the season went on, that's what fueled us. We had good proven big leaguers with names like Carl Crawford, James Shields, B.J. Upton, Scott Kazmir, and Carlos Pena. And we brought in veterans like Cliff Floyd and Eric Hinsky, who I have given much credit to for teaching me how to prepare for the daily grind, but also how to be a good teammate. 2008 ended up being a pretty good year for the franchise. From 2008 to 2025, the Rays have won 4 division titles, 2 trips to the World Series, and 9 seasons of 90 wins or more, 10 if you include 2020. During that span, the Rays ranked top 5 in all of Major League Baseball in wins. There's no denying the powerhouse we've become. It's a true testament to Stu Sternberg, Matt Silverman, Brian Auld, Andrew Friedman, Eric Neander, RJ Harrison, Mitch Lukovics, and everyone in the organization's tireless pursuit of scouting, innovating, and always striving to win. The Rays organization has been such a special place for me and my family, and I wanted to say thank you to everyone from top to bottom that made every day here so fun. From the security guards in the lot to the staff in the family room and everyone in between, you're all amazing. And the fans, I'll never be able to put into words the love I felt from you putting on the Rays number 3. From cueing the violins for 10 years to tossing in front of the dugout before every game and finding a fan to toss that ball to. You inspired me every day to bring the best version of myself to the ballpark. It all felt right, and it was one of the greatest joys of my life. Thank you. And now, as we move forward into a new era of Rays baseball with Patrick, Bill, Ken, and the entire new ownership group, it's evident that they are equally as committed to maintaining and improving upon what has become an expectation of greatness here in Tampa Bay. I had the privilege of being part of some of the biggest moments on this field, like our first playoff berth, our first AL pennant, and our first World Series appearance in 2008. And of course, hitting a walk-off home run in a wild Game 162. But I'd like to tell a quick story of what has likely become the most famous part of my career. After I was drafted, I quickly flew to St. Pete, and the following day I signed my first contract. Later that night, I got to put on the uniform and take batting practice for the first time. Those who were here to witness that, till this day, believed I would never make it out of rookie ball. It was a steady diet of rollover ground balls and soft line drives to right. It was pretty embarrassing. I'm not even sure that a ball rolled and touched the fence. Over the years, many have recounted that story to me, and in fact, anyone who watched batting practice after that would have seen the same performance night in and night out, every level my whole career. Thankfully, I was a better hitter at 7 than I was at 430. I know I won't be able to mention everyone here who has helped me, but there are a few I would like to mention, starting with Soot Zimmer. Soot is the beloved wife of our Don Zimmer. She graciously loaned Don to a life of baseball for 66 years. And I was lucky to have Zim as one of my earliest mentors. He frequently pulled me aside during spring training to give me advice as a first-year player, and that continued throughout my career. We spent many hours talking the game in the mornings over coffee, or in the afternoons over a cribbage board and a few coney dogs, of which I was told never to tell Soot about. Don was a legend of the game, and I was lucky to have him around. And speaking of luck, having Joe Madden as a first manager was just that. He created a culture here that has defined the run this franchise is on. I'm sad Joe couldn't be here today as he's celebrating the 10-year anniversary of the Cubs World Series, but want him to know that his impact stretched far beyond the field. And right behind him, Kevin Cash. The Rays have never been afraid to make a bold move, and he was definitely that. I'd say it's worked out pretty good, though. I couldn't be more happy for the success he and the teams have had. He's a great leader, and I'm happy to call him a friend. Behind those managers were dozens of coaches, athletic trainers, support staff, who worked tirelessly and without much credit to make all of us players better. Thank you. Mom and Dad, my earliest memories of the field and of the game were of you both. One memory I'm sure you recall was Mom and I sitting in the living room and me crying about some stirrup socks that my 5-year-old team had us wear. I hated those socks. And I'll never forget Mom rolling me ground balls in the front yard. I can't remember if she called them hot peppers or what we call them, but she was my first private instructor, and my dad was my first coach. From my earliest T-ball days up until high school, he taught me how to work hard, but also how to have fun and love the game. You both worked so hard and never missed a moment. I love you both so much, and I'm forever grateful for the support you've given me through all these years, and to have you here to celebrate this special day with me. And my brothers and sisters are here tonight too. Although we haven't lived close in some time, we've remained close, and they've supported my career the whole way. Thank you, and I love you all. My teammates, I played hard for you guys every day. To be a part of a team is something special, and I never took that for granted. I lived for the day game win, followed by a flight to a great road city, and dinner and a night out with the boys. There was nothing better. I get asked almost daily if I miss the game. My answer is always the same. I miss my teammates. I miss sitting around before and after games, grinding in the cage or taking ground balls and hearing stories about life and the game. Those connections are what make teams great, and luckily we had a lot of that while I was here. And finally, my wife, Jamie, and my 3 beautiful kids. Jamie, we were somehow lucky enough to find each other in Port Charlotte, of all places, in 2011. And after nearly 11 years of marriage and your 13 years of tenured big league service time, you've been my rock. Not only my rock, but the kids as well. Being away for the better part of 7 months during a baseball season is hard, and it's only made easier by a partner who I know wanted me to be as successful as I could be. Someday I know you'll win that championship you're chasing. It's your turn to follow your dream, so the kids and I can do our part to root you on. And Elle, Nash, and Lou, I'm and set out to accomplish big things. I hope that being here today helps you see that with belief, hard work, and perseverance, you can do anything you set out to do. I love you all. We're so excited and we're so grateful to be back here today with all of you at the Trop, especially knowing all the hard work that it took to rebuild after this hurricane, the last two hurricanes, for this special, special weekend. And being inducted into the Rays Hall of Fame today and seeing my number 3 join those other retired numbers, to think it's been 20 years since that first batting practice. I'm just honored and I'm proud. 2026 World Champs has a nice ring to it, doesn't it? It's a special group, this is a special day, and I'm so grateful for all of you guys. Thank you so much, and raise up.